Digital marketing is dead in 2025. That's what they want you to think. But I'm about to show you why that's the biggest lie you'll hear this year. Look, I get it. You're overwhelmed by all the courses, certifications, and gurus promising to teach you digital marketing. But here's the truth. I spent thousands on courses, so you don't have to. Today, I'm sharing exactly how I'd learn digital marketing if I was starting from zero in 2025. And trust me, this isn't your typical just take my course advice. Let me paint you a picture. For years ago, I was exactly where you might be right now, totally lost in the digital marketing maze. I had tabs open with 50 different courses, wondering which one wouldn't waste my time and money. Fast forward to today, and I've helped generate millions of dollars for businesses by growing their online presence. But here's the kicker. 90% of what I learned came from just 10% of the resources I used. So, what's the real way to learn digital marketing in 2025? First things first, forget everything you've heard about needing to master every single platform out there. That's outdated thinking. In 2025, success in digital marketing isn't about being everywhere. It's about being exactly where your audience needs you to be. Let's break this down into what actually works. The first step, Google Analytics. I know, not the sexiest start. But here's why it matters. Without understanding data, you're just throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping something sticks. And in 2025, that's not going to cut it. Spend 2 weeks learning Google Analytics inside and out. The free Google Analytics certification is still gold, and it'll teach you how to make decisions based on real data, FOIs, not hunches. Next up, and this is where most people get it wrong, you need to pick one platform to master. Not 5, not 3, 1. Why? Because in 2025, being a jack of all trades means you're a master of none. And guess what? Companies are paying top dollar for specialists, not generalists. Here's my controversial take. Start with LinkedIn. Yes, LinkedIn. Everyone's rushing to learn TikTok and Instagram, but LinkedIn is where the real money is in 2025. The platform has evolved beyond just being a resume database. It's now a content powerhouse where B2B and B2C businesses are making serious money. Plus, the competition is still way lower than on other platforms. But here's the secret sauce. Don't just learn how to post content. Learn how to build a content system. See, most people will tell you to post consistently, but that's surface-level advice. What you really need is a content machine that works while you sleep. I'll show you my exact process. First, spend 1 hour every Sunday planning your content pillars. These are your main topics that you'll talk about. For digital marketing, it might be data analytics, content strategy, and ROI tracking. Then, use AI tools. Yes, they're still relevant in 2025 to help you generate ideas within these pillars. But here's the crucial part. Don't let AI write your content. Use it for ideation only. The human touch is more valuable than ever in 2025. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, certifications. Everyone's trying to sell you their certification, claiming it's the golden ticket. Here's the truth. You only need 3 certifications in 2025. Google Analytics, which we already covered, Google Ads, still the king of paid advertising, and 1 platform-specific certification of your choice. Remember that specialization we talked about? But here's where most people mess up. They get the certifications and think they're ready. Wrong. The real learning happens when you start applying this knowledge. That's why I recommend finding one small business. It could be your friend's bakery, a local gym, anything, and offering to manage their digital marketing for free for 1 month. Why free? Because it removes the pressure and gives you room to experiment. Plus, small businesses are more forgiving of mistakes. Document everything you do, every win, every fail. This becomes your portfolio, which is worth way more than any certification in 2025. Now, let's talk about the biggest mistake I see people make, trying to learn everything at once. Here's your 90-day game plan. Month 1. Focus entirely on Google Analytics and data understanding. Learn to read data, spot trends, and make decisions based on numbers. Month 2. Pick your platform specialization. I recommend LinkedIn, and learn it inside out. Not just the basics. Learn the psychology behind why people engage with content on that platform. Month 3. This is where it gets fun. Take on that free client and apply everything you've learned. Make mistakes, learn from them, and build your portfolio. But what about staying updated in an industry that changes faster than I change my socks? Here's my secret weapon. Create a personal learning system. Every morning, spend 20 minutes reading industry news. But here's the trick. Don't follow the mainstream tech news. Follow the money. Look at where big companies are investing their digital marketing budgets. That's where the industry is heading. And now for something nobody talks about, building your network in the digital marketing world. In 2025, your network is your net worth, but not in the way you think. Don't just connect with other marketers. Connect with people in adjacent fields, developers, designers, business owners. Why? Because the best opportunities come from unexpected places. Here's a real example. Last year, I connected with an angel investor on LinkedIn. We had great conversations about business and marketing. 3 months later, he's founding a new startup and is hiring me as a consultant for some high-level digital marketing expertise. Imagine if I had never connected with this gentleman in the first place. Now I can hear some of you thinking, but what about TikTok? What about the metaverse? What about insert latest trend? Here's the brutal truth. Chasing every new trend is the fastest way to burn out. Instead, master the fundamentals I've shared, and you'll be able to adapt to any new platform or trend that comes along. Remember, digital marketing in 2025 isn't about knowing everything. It's about knowing the right things and being able to execute them flawlessly. Focus on data, specialize in one platform, build a real portfolio, and create systems that scale. I've shared exactly how I'd learn digital marketing if I was starting over in 2025. No fluff, no unnecessary complexity, just what actually works. If you found this helpful, my next video breaks down exactly how to land your first paying client using these skills. It's popping up on your screen right now.